Yet again, this is Formula reporting to you about the Matrix and my encounters and validations that I have found. And so the topic is about what Trinity has said when Neo is about to exit the Matrix, which are validations that the Matrix exists. And this is very dangerous because most of the time, the N2O cartridges that people call hippie crack is one realization of going the wrong way about trying to exit the matrix. You just cause more protocols and validations that happen about you. Some are visually percepted, others are felt and experienced. And you say, you have too much of one thing, it's bad for you. So again, not referring to the hippie crack, but referring to the A&E, the Accident and Emergency Services. Now, you ever break a leg before? You ever almost pass out? No. You ever break a leg before or hurt yourself in a serious physical way? They give you what? Oxygen. Awesome stuff. Now, Trinity said three things about Neo before he exited the Matrix. He's going into replication. Now, I don't know, but you can test, like, in the sense of, God forbid that you should have to hurt yourself literally, but maybe it might be coincidental. But again, I speak more of those who have had accidental experiences and broken bones, whereby the means of needing the A&E services, the ambulance running around, type of thing. Okay, so if you've never noticed, when you take that oxygen that the ambulance A&E service provide, you breathe it and you breathe it in and out and in and out, and oh my days, if you're not careful, your visual perception goes into what we call what Trinity specifically said was replication. We see the whole of our video perception take on the last or first image it saw, and it replicates it. You might as well say it's 12 times 12, 144,000 different or million different pixels of the same reality that you're experiencing. The reason for this is to trick your mind into overcoming the physical pain. And so again, that's what Trinity was referring to with regards to replication and the A&E. Here is my evidence personally of this. Bam. You know what hyperventilation is, isn't it? I would presume. But if you haven't, this is your homework. Take in a deep breath quickly and then exhale quickly. Do that up to about 7 or 8 times. And I mean, really give it your breath. And then on the final breath where you feel lightheaded, hold the breath in and see how, I have somebody who's witnessed it from my experience, see how fast your body reacts into realizing that it's not in its own body, or you are not in your own body. Okay, so he went into tribulation after that. Tribulation, my goodness. Modern slavery. Why we'll say to you, keep up your 9 to 5. And everything the slave masters that we discern about and demise about is the idea of the motto this woman gave me once. She said to me, boy, it seemed like you always know how to run back to your slave master them. I say, whoa, and who? And really what that means is, when people smoke or people drink or people exercise, those are slave masters, and those are the things we become addicted to. So the tribulation of exercise, for argument's sake, is pushing past the boundaries of what your body can capacitate with regards to muscle physically, and then trying to open a yogurt pot and eat out of it. It's not possible. Your arms are too big. You can't even reach your face. Okay. Okay. And then there is, after tribulation, she said cardiac arrest. Do you know why? He has never, ever, that was Neo and any of us, we've never, ever had a heartbeat because we've been beating a heart for something else. It's their energy going through by closing protocols, closing folders and certifications that can't allow them to wake up, but at the same time they deliver it and monitor that process where we're like, oh yeah, we're not breathing through our breathing, so they have to support a system that causes our body to breathe for us, for them, for us. And they really defined it, you know. They went into every intricate detail just to seal us off in their system, in their simulation. And so cardiac arrest, bam. Well, you know, I'm not being funny or anything, but okay, the only reason why Morpheus is the only guy who has the red pill and knows how to kill a person to wake them up is because he's a god as well as a man. But at the same point, he's the only one you can look for, because you'd go through all of those experiences, yeah, being modeled up, and then when you woke up out of your body, it's like, well, shit, you pardon my French, you just haven't got the strength. You just be flushed out and just left to misery. You know, they find your body later on and blend it up and then just feed it back to everybody, and your consciousness has to take that length of existence in order to come back through before the energy that they've signatured or assumed is the soul from their comparisons is the breath of the last more sigh. And funny enough as well, in the Animatrix, have you not noticed that the two things that they can't keep down, even in the Matrix, the two things they can't keep down is the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ and the Moor's last sigh. The Animatrix depicts in the final Renaissance, I think it is. No, the Renaissance, or however it is, but you know, I know it's that word Renaissance. How is it that you've got the little boy running around and you hear the agents dress up like parents and saying, "Kid, hurry up and come in. Do you know, it's getting cold out there." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, I love the snow. It's amazing." And okay, we'll run back to my parents. And then as he's running, you notice him breathe a certain way. When that came out, it was like it registered to his hippocampus, his thermostat, produced a peptide locked into a cellulite, and then made him realize, Rare, this ain't real, and I'm trapped somewhere. And then, you know, the flux happened before him, and he could see the agents standing there instead of his parents, and he automatically got set on fire, because they were like, okay, well, we'll agree that if a human body can't survive against fire, then we will manipulate it into handing its flesh over in order for a new world awaiting you. And that they insisted it. It was awful. And so I was like, Rare, when I noticed how I could hyperventilate and then she'd call it replication, I literally saw my visual perception, this experience of reality, replicate before me. And sometimes it has an electrical current to it, and I'm like, wow, it feels good. And sometimes I get moments where I'm completely out of control, and then I'll bang or crash into something, and I'm like, Rare, that's only because you can't actually escape, and you're trying to use that without a red pill. So again, it's not a way to escape the Matrix. It's just another way to prove the Matrix exists. That's all I could ever stand for. But again, as I've said before in via video recording, if you have any comments or questions, the best way for me to answer them is with new videos. Okay, so I see you guys at the top. Take care. This is The Formula signing out. Goodbye for now.